In the beginning of the story, a wounded mother is running from some people who are trying to take her child. She hides in a corner with her child and starts singing "Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star." Suddenly, a woman comes from a nearby home and invites her into her home. The mother hands the baby over to the woman and disappears, saying that she is going to get medicine for the baby, but she never returns. 18 years have passed and the little kid is now all grown up. His name is Xiaoyu, and he is hanging out with his sister Lucia at a firework festival. While they are there, they overhear some people talking about a wicked person who can emit blue light from his hands and another person who can lift up to 2,000 kilograms with his hands. Another person mentions that recently there have been a lot of reports of people gaining superpowers. After hearing this, Lasso and Lucia decide to go and watch a magic show. Lasso feels something strange and he also sees a sword. As they are watching the show, Lasso begins to wonder if the magician is using tricks or if he has actual superpowers. After the show ends, Lasso and Lucia go backstage to see if they can find out more. Go and ask this magician to teach us some tricks so we can earn some money from it. After that, they sneak into the backstage and see some people making the magician unconscious. Lasso makes some noise because of that and they are caught. They give the excuse that they were both lost looking for the toilet. The men say that they are police officers and that the show was running without permission, so they are taking it into custody. Lasso thinks, "I wonder if these people think I'm a fool." He then asks the man where the toilet is and goes out. A man named Give comes and asks him what happened backstage, but Lasso ignores him and leaves. Although he considers Xiaoyu his younger sister, they are not blood related. Xu and Xiaoyu are both orphans, and they met at an orphanage. When Xu was young, some kids were bullying him and Xiaoyu helped him. So he accepted her as his younger sister. Lasso goes outside to buy instant noodles, but as soon as he is crossing the road, a truck comes and hits him, and he falls unconscious on the road. Then, a supernatural process happens, and his walnut breaks. A liquid starts spreading through his body, and his hand starts pumping again. He stands up without any damage or pain, and thinks he has gained some sort of superpower. But aside from that, he asks the driver for money. The driver considers him a ghost and leaves him. He buys something from the shop and runs towards home, after seeing the number on top of people, but he ignores it. After that, he comes home and goes to take a bath. Then he sees a symbol on his hand and sits down to think about it. A screen appears in front of him, with the names of some people and numbers written next to them. He doesn't know what it means, so he notices that the points he has frightened people with have been found. He believes he has become a demon king because the more negative emotion there is, the stronger he becomes. He spins a lottery with points, but he doesn't get anything after spinning repeatedly. He spins more and more, and at the end, he gets an apple and feels very good after eating. He gambles all his points, but only gets the lyrics to the "Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star" song in the last spin. The song is a little different, but he sings it anyway. After singing, he sees that he has gotten into a star system. He asks Xiaoyu if she can see him, and she replies that he is standing. He then sits down and thinks that he is still at home. She asks him to put onions in the noodles and gets mad when she realizes he has annoyed her. Lasso can draw more points by making her angry, but later they are watching TV together, and the news shows that there is a fire in their nearby area. He goes to see the roof and the men seen at the festival, and sees them jumping on the roof. They see him and ask him what he is doing here, so he gets a basket and tells them he was collecting ratties. One of them says that there is no fluctuation in his heart, so they let him go. He is going to explain everything to Xiaoyu, but at that moment someone falls from the roof, so he tells her to stay at home, but she follows him. This man is the previous magician from the magic show, and he thinks he set the fire, so he talks badly about the man. It shows the number on it, and Sue knows it's acting up. To get rid of him, he says that they should leave him there because it is not their problem. The man asks for water, but he gives him snow instead and gives him medicine before he gets up. The man says, "Just relax," but he gets angry and tries to burn Sue, although he fails to do so. He then says he was joking with him and goes away. Xiaoyu tells Sue that he has awakened, but she does not believe him. Later, Sue finds out there is a shop in the user interface and buys a special fruit from it. After eating it, he returns to the star system and sees that other star systems are illuminated. He realizes he has gained super strength and teases a friend on the chat. He finds out he can score points like this. The next day, Xiaoyu brings some eggs that they need to sell to earn money. However, Xiaoyu is ill, so Sue goes alone to sell the eggs. He is selling them near his school, and some of his classmates ignore him with shame. A rude classmate named Lai humiliates him, but Su doesn't let it bother him. Instead, he tricks Lai into buying all the remaining eggs, earning him a lot of points. Lai doesn't have cash, but a popular girl named Kyo lends him some money. Su tells Lai how eggs are good for the body, and Lai leaves, irritated. Everyone in the class is talking about a website for awakened people. Currently, there are 6 ranks ranging from F to a rank. Rank F is a little stronger than normal people, while a rank resonates with heaven and earth. Su thinks that he is currently only on F rank. A student runs in, hurting, and says, while arguing with the teacher, a student had awakened. Su chased that person to the roof. On his way, he crossed Ko, who is hiding her abilities. The student warns anyone not to come near him, but he only thinks about how he will be able to collect more negative emotions. The student thinks that if he is underage, nothing will happen to him, but Su moves forward to share the in-depth criminal law. This shocks everyone and earns him a lot of points. He takes advantage of this opportunity and catches the student. After returning to the classroom, he learns that everyone is going to have a block test. On way home, he sees the festival guy helping the aunt and ignores him again, going away. The Xiaoyu fever is getting worse, so he makes some stale fruit in the hope that it will help. When she eats it, he is shocked to find that it cures her and asks which fruit it was that suddenly disappeared. She says that she also wants to be awakened, and Su promises to find a way. The next day, everyone in the class is talking about a special class that will be made for awakened students. Su's classmates are making fun of him, saying that he will never be awakened because he is poor and weak. All of the students are introduced by Xiaoyu, who is going to be their new teacher. After that, they name each of the awakened students one by one. When Su's name is called, everyone is shocked. Afterwards, we see Chinese soldiers fighting with some people. The next day, a new transfer student named Zhang Shuli arrives in class, who is also awakened and joins the new class. In the evening, Su and the other students who experienced a power awakening gather at one place where they will have tests for power and strength. He realizes that his new teacher is one of the mysterious people and wonders what the real purpose of this class is. The ranking results are announced and Su is at the bottom. Despite being made fun of, he doesn't let it bother him and thinks of a message to make fun of his classmate's haircut. Su tells Xiaoyu about his system, and they get tufo over a lot of spins. After spinning again and again, something comes out of the spin and enters Xiaoyu's body, causing her to awaken. That night, he thinks about the differences between the 2 star systems and comes up with an idea for tufo. The next morning, he sees a man driving a sword and offers to teach him, but he refuses. Then he sells stinky soup made from tufo, which earns him a lot of points. That's how he makes a lot of points. He buys a lot of fruit and eats it, and his star system develops. This gives him a sword after breaking a star, and he wonders what would happen if he broke all the stars. The new transfer student tells him that Mr. Fang is a member of a network organization, and the organization above him is called the Heavenly Network, which has fewer than 10 members. This means they are extremely powerful. The most powerful member, Tang, hears the sound that night and looks out the window to see him. The newcomer, who is a member of the Heavenly Network, goes to the next door and introduces himself, saying his name is Tang, and asks to watch Master Li. Master Li then lets him in to see the members of the Heavenly Network. Tang tells them that the world is at war, and they are to join Master Li as the last member of the Heavenly Network. Master Li says that they have different points of views and wants to spend the rest of his life comfortably. Master Li declines Tang's offer, and Tang says that next time he meets him, he doesn't want to be an enemy. After that, Su tells Xiaoyu about that person, and he thinks it would be a good idea to accept Master Li's offer, because he thinks Master Li is a very powerful man. The next morning, he says that one thing that loses his time is if he doesn't have time to learn, and then Master Li becomes excited and offers to help. Su says she needs help taking care of her sister, but she's not picky because she is a very good girl. Then Xiaoyu comes out of the house. He explains that Master Li will take care of things when he isn't around and help them study. This ends the first part of the video. The next part of the video will be uploaded soon. Support my content and like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.